June budget update, which is going to completely change. Okay, this sucks. Usually I would start a video with, yay, July's paid for. Yeah, nope, not gonna happen. It's 2 weeks into June, so we have our bi-weekly payment for our upcoming month. Now, the reason that July is not paid for is we had a lot of money go out lately. If you've watched my previous videos, you've seen that we did a remodel on our half bath and made it into a laundry room half bath. And I am proud to say that that room was done for pennies on the dollar. The total cost, like drum roll please, is $1,098.64. Just wow. Wow. Yes, it did take a little bit longer, but my husband did an unbelievably amazing job. Basically, he took my pictures that I showed him and made it happen. It's amazing, amazing. But it is completely paid for. Not going to be making payments on this bathroom laundry room for the next 5 years. It's done. It's over with. I mean, that acquired some money. So worth it. That was already allotted for. It was done. I mean, it was bathroom cash flow. We had it set aside. We knew what we were doing with it. Tree, however, came into it a little bit later. Unexpected, not an emergency. We did not touch our emergency fund for the tree, but that came into effect, and I thought I would have, I think this week is a pay week. I thought I would have like this week to actually put the extra like $500 that we needed to cover that one tree. It cost $900 to have that tree taken down. They came a little bit earlier, which absolutely not going to lie. I just pulled the funds from other places that we had stacked a little bit, and we, like the house payment, we had a lot of money in the house payment for July, so I took some of that money over and put it into the tree fund. I did not touch the Jeep fund. So what we did is, and of course we pulled out with cash, so it was no big deal. And the relief of knowing that that is down, and I'm not going to have to worry about the thunderstorms, the high winds, the heavy rains, pulling on that tree and something breaking off, or, you know, going into the street or the neighbor's house. It's just, weight lifted off your shoulders. It's amazing. Roughly almost $2,000 in a span of like 2 weeks that we had to come up with. I mean, yes, the bathroom was already funded, and yeah, I'd hurried up and stuck another $400 in the home maintenance for the tree, or the $500. But that's a lot of money to come up with within a span of 2 weeks if you're not used to it. I mean, imagine someone saying to you, hey, you have 2 weeks to come up with $2,000. Yeah. If this would have been like 3 years ago and someone told me that, I'd be running to the bank being like, I gotta go get a loan. Do you know what I mean? I rearranged some money. It is an amazing feeling to know that you can pull it from somewhere or rearrange it from this and really not touch your emergency funds or your savings or run to the bank or put it on a credit card. It's a completely different feeling, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, like, I remember when our kids were little and we would get paid and we would have $14 in the checking account on payday after we got paid. But that didn't include, you know, diapers, formula, groceries, gas money. It just wasn't there. So to be able to have like, you know, we're gonna come early, we need this money, like $900 now. Hard work, determination, blessed to have a spouse that works with you and willing to do this journey. And again, we have never been this happy to live this poor. So if anyone is thinking about doing this, I suggest you guys do it because it's just an amazing, blessed feeling. Okay, I got emotional, sorry. But do this plan. Go get Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey and read that book. As for June's budget, we are changing everything. Everything is changing. We are actually going to be redoing the budget, a bi-weekly budget for $1,000. This is going to be crazy. So our monthly budget that we're going to budget to ourselves is $2,000. Not too hard considering that we only have one car payment in, the house. So our utilities, groceries, everything that we do as a family that takes us to live our daily life, we are going to now do it on $2,000 a month. So our bi-weekly budget will be $1,000, which means that I need to go back to the drawing board and make all new note cards. And this is what's really confusing. A little while ago, our electronic checkbook on our phone has an option that you can put in reoccurring payments. A lot of electronic checkbooks do. We had not used it in the last 3 years because we had our note cards. We were forced to sit down, make that habit of sitting down on payday, going through our note cards, allotting the money where it needed to go, and actually having to communicate. We thought that we were doing okay. Like, okay, we've been on this for 3 years. Let's put in these reoccurring payments, which was our note cards, and the phone will do it for us. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because guess what? When we did this, Jeremy wasn't chewing snuff. He goes on these little fits where he quits and then he starts again. So that $24 every week was not in the budget. So now I'm running $50 every 2 weeks over my beer and smokes fund. The gas Blazer, we did not know how much gas that this Blazer was going to take to get him back and forth to work. So our gas Blazer budget is underfunded. And this is my fault because, I just stick it in there thinking, and I always say to overdo the budget instead of underdo the budget. I didn't do that. That's my fault. We have to rearrange that. Groceries. The kids are out of school now. Usually I bump up the groceries in the summer months because not only am I feeding my 2, but usually I'm feeding at least 2 of their 2. Don't regret that at all. I would love to have my kids' friends here and know where they are than to not know what they're doing at someone else's house, which I do trust my kids a lot, but it's just nicer knowing that everyone's here and I know exactly what's going on. The budget that we have put into our phones is completely off now. Like, it is so messed up. And I'm telling you what, it's like anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, there's not enough money in there. And it's not that we don't have the money to put in there. It's I didn't put it in there, or something's underfunded, or this money needs to move from this fund to this fund, so it all equals out. So we're going back to the note card. If anyone's been following me, during the government shutdown, I slashed those note cards ridiculously. And we have lived on that and been really, really content with living on less and paying debt more. So I think we're gonna do it one more time. We only have 2 payments that we actually have to make that like someone could take away from us. So going back to that $1,000, I think is going to snap us back into reality because we need to buckle down. We're in the long run of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I need to get there because, again, with the bathroom and the money coming out for that, I loved that feeling of paying cash for that bathroom. So now I want that feeling again, and I want to pay cash for my kitchen. I want to pay cash for my wraparound porch. I want to pay cash for a 3-stall garage and the siding on our house. There's a lot of things that we have planned that I want to pay cash for, And I'm in that struggle of feeling guilty over what I want to do for the house and maybe put it before the paying off the debt. In the Dave Ramsey world, you're debt free when all your debt is paid off except your house. In my world, I don't feel that I will be debt free until I have no house payment. Not only do I have no other payments, but I have no house payment. All the money I bring in is mine, is mine. That is when I will feel debt free. But in the same sense, that feeling that we have for the bathroom laundry room, I want again. Don't get me wrong, we've lived in a beautiful house. I love where I live. I will die here. But it's not exactly my house yet. It's still the previous owners. Eventually it's becoming. But after living here for 12 years and it's still feeling like her house, I'm ready for that feeling of mine. When I walk in, I want it to be my kitchen, my living room, my, laundry room. And I feel that when I walk into my laundry room. So the struggle between making something mine that I've lived with for so long and the struggle of I need it to be mine, not the bank's, before I do that is where I'm falling into. And I think Jeremy is right along with me because we've sacrificed so much to get here, and we actually have the extra money to do these things now that we want to, but in the same sense, we're in the home stretch. We're in that home stretch of paying everything off. So June is going to be a really big month for us because if we scale back on our bi-weekly budget, that's leaving more of the debt day paycheck for us to put on debt, but it's also leaving more money of Jeremy's check that we can actually use too. Pretty sure we can do it. I am gonna have to make a video with our note cards again and show you how I scale back some more. I think groceries and dining out is our biggest failures. We do not necessarily go organic, but we eat rather healthy. Buying a bag of almonds isn't a big deal for us. Buying a bag of pistachios isn't a big deal for us. But has anyone priced a bag of pistachios yet? Lately? Like, come on, they're nuts. They are nuts. They're completely nuts to pay that for pistachios. But we do. We do also do a lot of produce. If you are a produce family, I suggest finding the nearest Aldi's. Aldi's has the best produce. So that's, I think, going to be my biggest, I don't even know what to call it, challenge in this new budget is the grocery shopping and the dining out, especially with all the kids being home for summer. So I will try to make a video on that. I did get that suggestion last week on seeing a meal plan video and a shop with me at the grocery store video. So if you do want to see that, drop it in the comments that you want to see those videos on meal planning. That's where the money is going to come from, is our food. It has to, because it's ridiculously outrageous. Our June budget is right back to the bi-weekly. We're about to slash it again. I know it's a lot. Family of 4 on a $2,000 monthly budget is what we're going for. I will let you know how it works out. We are on track. Last week of June, all the bills for July will be paid for. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed. You guys are amazing, and if you're leaving comments, thank you so much. We love reading those comments. Like I said, anyone that's subscribed, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you guys are sharing our life. Like, it's so fun to really not see, but like hear people like, hey, I watched your tree video. Like, that was awesome. Can't believe that. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh, people are actually watching. It's kind of humbling at the same point. But I hope these videos are helping you out in watching us struggle and change our budget and worry about those things that you guys might be worrying about, but you don't get to talk to anyone about. So we appreciate that so much. And if you have any advice for us, drop it in the comments. We love hearing from you.